One of the few healthy aspects about CIE's financial affairs is its organised coach tours. Last year, at a time when almost every department in CIE made a loss, its coach tours made a profit of £68,000. Of course, right now, tourism is booming all over the country. Ireland has obviously still very many attractions on offer, though the weather this summer has certainly not been one of them. More than 2 million tourists will visit Ireland this year. The biggest spenders still the North Americans. This year, over 300,000 of them will spend an average of £180 per person in this country. This particular group have opted for a deluxe 4-day CIE coach tour at £134 a head. The first event for this group, a tour of Dublin City. Throughout the summer months at the Abbey Theatre, almost every night the house full sign goes up. It's a prime tourist attraction. Indeed, any night in the foyer, there's hardly an Irish face in sight.
It was a little different than we used to back home, but it was good. It was well done, very well done.
Yeah.
When you say a little bit different to what you're used to back home...
We don't have anything quite this heavy in the drama at home where we're at. It was very good, very well enjoyed.
What does the Abbey Theatre mean in the United States?
Well, it's something that everyone wants to see that comes here because it's famous, and it goes way back. There's a lot of tradition to it.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent. I've never seen such a play or been with such people that I really enjoyed in all my life. A pub couldn't be nowhere near as good as this here. This is true Ireland, and it's really enjoyable. I love it. I've been to many plays all over the world. This is one of the finest that I've ever seen. Thank you.
Day 2 of this tour is in the Shannon area. There are, of course, many medieval castles around Shannon, and for the camera-toting tourist, they're irresistible targets. For many on these tourist coaches, the greatest rapport they ever develop with an Irish person is with their driver. The CIE driver usually doubles as courier and coach comedian. Most of the people on this tour are of Irish descent, and with only a couple of exceptions, this was their first trip to the old sod. But just what are they looking for?
Well, I think people coming to Ireland they don't come to see highways or freeways or skyscrapers, they come to see Ireland. They want to see old Ireland, thatched houses and everything that's old in Ireland, peat bogs, donkey carts, and this is what they want to see, and to learn about Ireland.
When you put it into first gear, you've introduced yourself and you said, "Welcome to Ireland, ladies and gentlemen." What's going through your mind? What do you think you've got to provide? What do you think they're looking for?
They want to see the countryside. They want to be introduced to Ireland by an Irish person with an Irish brogue such as I have. And as John just said, they want to see, be given the history of Ireland. Not too much, not overdone, but the brief history, and show them as John says, the thatched cottages and all.
If it's thatched cottages that they're looking for, they'll not be disappointed in the Bunratty Folk Park. Here the clock has been stopped circa 1750. The park is laid out with old farmhouses, some complete with stock. There's even an old blacksmith's forge in daily use. For many American tourists, this conjures up their traditional image of Ireland, a la Mr. Walt Disney. Though as well as 18th century quaintness, they also want 20th century service. Has it lived up to your expectations? Are you disappointed? Are your preconceptions fully realised? Or?
No, I've enjoyed it. I love it.
Nice. We've enjoyed it. A few things, we would have liked to see a little different, but here again, it's a little different in our country than here.
Well, what's the difference then?
Well, this afternoon we had kind of a problem getting lunch at the airport. That wasn't exactly what we would have thought it should have been. But I'm sure that's just an isolated incident.
Why did you decide to come to Ireland?
Well, everybody wants to go to Ireland, just like I hope all other Irish people want to come to the United States.
My grandparents come from Ireland.
Your grandparents came?
From Wexford.
So have you always wanted to come here?
Oh, always.
I don't care how
I've
many
always
generations it goes back. If any generation of your family come from Ireland, you want to see it.
The banquet at Bunratty Castle, a high point in every tour, though it's doubtful if any of the ancestors of these Irish-American tourists ever actually dined here. But for the building workers, school teachers and retired policemen who flock here every year, they can not only dine in the castle, but who knows, maybe they might even be chosen as Earl of Thomond for the night. This night, it's the turn of Phil Paradis and his wife.
I crown you Earl of Thomond and your gracious lady.
Banquet over, next morning, it's back on the coach again at 8:30. No visit to Ireland would be complete for an American without a visit here to Blarney Castle. Every year, hundreds of thousands painstakingly queue up to take their turn at kissing the Blarney Stone. And for Americans in particular, it's a must. Though strangely, the Blarney Stone has greater significance in the States than it has in this country.
Keep that head down now and slide the hands down nice and easy. Down, love, down, please. Good girl.
No, look down.
Okie doke.
She did it.
Well, after 3 days in Ireland, what's the reaction?
Well, 3 days in Ireland, coming from Southern California, Smogville, I appreciate the green grass, the green Christmas trees. You have your built-in Christmas trees, and the tour director is almost like a Bob Hope. A lot of one-liners, good jokes I plan to use when I get back.
Later on, another stop, Killarney. The bags are once more unloaded. Given that most people on these tours are usually over 50, many travelling abroad for the first time ever, it's an energy-sapping itinerary that they're faced with in order to squeeze in as much as possible.
We're going to freeze to death up here.
Well, what are your impressions of this tour to date, anyway?
I've absolutely loved it, enjoyed every minute of it, and it's something different from anything I've done on any of the other tours in Europe or Scandinavia. I've done a Best of Britain, and this is just something different to be able to go home and say I actually kissed the Blarney.
You feel you've got value for money, though?
Absolute value for money, yes. A lot of the things that are part of this tour are optional extras on some tours. And it's really been marvellous. I've loved every minute of it.
Thank you. Off they go, a ride in a jaunting car. A memory that can be recalled in the weeks and months to come, when they're all back at their offices and factories. And of course, one of the most scenic parts of Ireland, the lakes of Killarney, already immortalised for most tourists through the records of Bing Crosby.